And we're live with 5-player and Infamous Traffic, which I don't know about you guys, but I am very excited for. I know you just played 5-player the other day, right, MJ? And it was awesome.
Yeah, I played it last night and it was awesome, and I had many thoughts about it. I just got my second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Ah.
Ooh.
And if you have heard or if you have not heard, the second wave can hit people. So I also was kind of playing through a fog.
I can imagine, yeah. I've heard that can really knock you out.
Yeah, I was luckier than others, but I feel fine now. I'm in fine fettle for some infamous settling.
Oh, great. Did we randomize a turn order yet?
Nope.
Not yet.
Waiting for you to bust out Candylands.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on it.
Thank you.
Oh, we
That's
don't
not-
use the thing.
No, we play Candyland. That's what we do here.
But you have to zoom
No, I
in on
forgot. I remembered. I just forgot.
All right, who's clicking? Okay, someone did it. And let's go. What the heck just happened?
Wow, we got through a whole deck.
Wow. Look at Red go.
It's been a bit since we've gone through, gotten past 100 turns.
This is a long game. Hey!
All right,
goodness.
Hey!
All skill.
Oh man. Oh man, what do I do with all the power?
You look at a prize, that's what.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Where's the start
All
player?
right.
There it
I looked
is.
at the top.
Okay.
I feel very dangerous
Who's
playing.
next? Okay.
You are supposed to be next. I feel very dangerous going before you.
We'll go in the middle. All right, cool.
I will go at the bottom.
Oh, because we don't have all 4 turns. I can't math this out. Oh, wait, no, I still can math this out. No, I can't.
That is one
MJ,
of the things.
you looked at the top one,
Yes.
right?
I sure did.
I'm going to look at the top one. Okay.
That is one of the things I think is really good about the 5-player is that you can't actually math out the prizes.
Yeah, I definitely like that the last round isn't just like okay, I know what's there.
Yeah.
Mhm. I used to like that is what's funny. Like a year ago, I really liked that, and then with more plays, I felt like that was very silly. So,
How you doing, Drew?
Computer's stuck.
I had a feeling.
Give me a second.
Because your ping is like 900 and you hadn't done anything.
Okay, there we go. I'm back. What did everybody look at real quick? Sorry.
I looked at the top.
middle one.
John looked at the
The
bottom one,
middle,
and I looked
John.
at the top one as well.
Okay. Okay. MJ.
All right. I think I'm going to get product.
I'm going to grab a hat and put it here.
Hmm. I'm gonna live dangerously, and I'm going to. What?
Hey, John, you're seated over here.
Oh yeah, that's my seat over there. I'm spending your money.
I noticed.
Decided.
You're gonna make a boat, and you're gonna make me pay for it.
Yes. It's
Sounds
the
good to me.
capitalist way. I will buy a ship.
And you just took MJ's ship.
What the hell? I'm not
You're
used to
gonna-
sitting over here and
You're gonna build MJ's ship and make me pay for it.
Oh my god.
Tyrell, that would be because it is also by Cole Worley.
The 5-player game, guys, is wild stuff.
I didn't know you could do what John did.
It's called an open economy, I thought.
Ooh. Tyrell, I do compare this to a Splotter sometimes, so that's a fair thought.
That's fair.
Wrong.
Yeah, wrong shit. I
Wrong thing.
know. I'm working on it.
I believe in you. I believe in you so much.
Oh no. I'm going to invest in a special envoy.
I'm going to invest in a merchant.
Um, hmm. I'm gonna do something real crazy here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Lynn's issue already.
Yeah.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Let's go back.
Well then,
Man, son.
I'm gonna invest in a pirate. Let's put them here. And let's roll a die. Cool.
Your turn's done.
Oh yeah, I forgot to hit the button. Sorry.
Oh, you took a British influence that raises outrage 1.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what's the tiebreaker?
For what?
There is a,
There is a
We have to
couple.
work together.
Yeah, you have to agree on how to use the chits.
The first tiebreaker is how many prizes you have, and the second tiebreaker is in the final.
I'm sorry,
Tiebreaker is the turn order.
I asked an incomplete question.
Yes.
The tiebreaker for British control.
Yeah.
The first answer then.
Oh, that was a super. What do you mean
There
tiebreaker
isn't
for
one.
British control?
There isn't one. We have to work together.
Oh, that's what
We want
Lily
the same
said.
amount.
Yes, there isn't
Oh.
exactly. You have to. Yeah, you both have to agree if there's the same amount. You have to have a consensus, and if you can't have a consensus, then you throw the chits out, and there's not a war.
But I asked that question realizing that the other one went here, so actually I would be the sole owner.
I have stuff.
No,
You
the
have
one
one?
on the board
Oh.
is stuck there. It's not a war chit, it's signifying an open chit.
And then I picked up one.
Did anyone adjust the outrage track for John's influence?
No.
I will move it now.
That's not a chink force when I don't.
However, it will get 1 chink force in a second.
It will be, yeah.
Where's this go?
Wherever
Anywhere
you want. If you want, you could
It's
kick
gonna
out
do
this
Or
nothing
that pirate.
if you place it anywhere except for here. If you place it here, then the pyre will go away and this guy will go back to the pool.
Why did you send this fat bureaucrat over here to A2?
Yeah, no kidding.
For fun.
Funsies.
Oh boy.
Is that what that looks like?
All right, just going there. Machine Forces track moves up 1.
By the way, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I can tone it down.
Tone what down?
Yeah, fine.
MJ, you're like a 7. You need to be at like a 2. Thank you.
I think you need to be an 11.
Well, we should
I was gonna say,
familiarize these.
You're at like a
Each
2
other
right
with-
now. You should crank it up to 7.
Yeah, no kidding.
We should familiarize each other with the our extent of experience in the game. I'm a 2.
Well, John, you need to take it to a 7
That's right.
right now.
I know
John,
who really
last
needs to
week-
take it to a 7 is Garrick, whose turn is currently up.
This is true.
I was under the impression this was a rolling teach.
John, you missed last game where I pretended I knew what I was doing for half of the game while trying to figure out what the heck was going on. I didn't score negative, and that was an accomplishment.
Any questioning of my decisions will be met with confusion.
I'm going to invest in a boat.
Ugh.
I will drop a pirate maybe in
Oh man, there? That's okay.
here.
That's
Yeah, I
okay.
just realized like pirate.
Well, he can't go there either.
Why not? Isn't he adjacent to this guy?
But these sea zones are merged, so you can put him here.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because this
Open port, baby.
Yep,
Yep, yep.
yep.
So that's fine. That's whatever.
Ew.
Womp womp.
The most desires.
Hmm. Well, I don't know. Is anyone trying to make any money this decade?
I'd like to.
I think we'd all like to, but
I'm just
I
seeing.
tried to generate some demand, so I'm working on it. Help me out.
Mr. Called the
alright.
Police. Mr. Snitch.
Listen, I didn't like the demand that was in the region.
But you
We,
could just add more demand.
We see what happened. We see what came of it. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna take this.
MJ, I feel like you have nefarious
Hey.
motives behind some of these moves.
What just happened?
Yeah, that's a 5.
There we go. Okay. Do we want to call that a 5?
It would have landed
Yeah.
on 5 if the die
Okay,
wasn't in there, so it seems fair.
Oh,
couldn't tell what was
sure. We
happening.
keep this,
I
but
have
in
like
our
a
game of
top-down
Oath,
view.
you make me re-roll. I see how it is.
I don't even remember that.
I haven't
We haven't
even
played
been there
Oath
for
in
the
like
game.
a year.
I've played Oath within the past couple of months.
I want more pirates.
Wow, you played Oath without me? What a jerk.
Played Oath without me.
Yay!
Why is anyone letting Lily roll dice?
That's a great question. You shouldn't let me roll dice. This has been established many, many times ago.
And this goes in the merged C zone. Correct?
Indeed.
Correct.
Yep.
I hate to put it at 1, but Garrick's just going to come in there and put it at 1 if I put it at 2.
This is true. So, hey, who wants to collaborate with me and choose a different supply chain to complete?
Me. 'Cause that's not happening.
Yeah,
for
that's a
me.
terrible one, right? Like, I don't know what
that's
John was
a terrible one.
What do we want? A1?
Well,
I can still contribute because I
this
need to
guy-
buy some stuff too. So
This guy could get undercut, technically.
Yeah, sounds like a multi-turn
Yeah,
situation.
that doesn't sound worth it. What do we want? A1 or A3?
I mean, A3 might be sooner.
A1 will be sooner.
MJ, you're Mr. Supply. I'll go where you say to go. And what can we agree upon for prices?
I mean, I don't see why we can't both go in for 3.
I like the sound of this. Tell me a supply chain and I will go there.
Probably this one if we're both going to go in for 3.
Sounds like a deal to me, sir.
Sweet.
You sipping your opium? I don't know if you want to do that off a ranger. And hi, Crewmeister.
man, I also like the Azul Opium. That sounds like a great expansion.
Maybe would not sell as well as Summer Pavilion or whatever the other one is. I can't remember the name of.
No, it'll sell better. I mean, come on.
You're welcome to undercut the bureaucrat.
I'm not undercutting the bureaucrat. I'm trying to decide which one of you two to undercut instead.
I still have to make that decision too.
That's a good point. Lily, what if we agreed to work together to collectively undercut Garrick and MJ since they seem to have cut everyone else out of the world? Or actually, I suppose you and I could just work together to complete this chain ourselves.
We can all
join
just
my-
we can all just leave
join
John in the
mine?
dust.
I don't like that they're gonna get 6.
You could do the
off
same
this
thing.
for
See, the
free.
issue is if they complete that, then one of the dice goes away because we got a pirate.
No, because the pirate is in this chain,
It's not,
and this
it's not in that
chain.
Okay, that's
Yep.
fair.
Correct.
As long as this chain
Correct.
does not get completed, then the demand will remain the same. So we could
Guys,
go
I'm
over
still
here.
pretending I know how to play this game.
So like, you can tell me what to do. Like, if you want me to get
I
a
think
ship
if
and you
we're-
get opium, or vice versa, I'll do it. And
yeah,
do
I
this.
think the only issue here is that I'd want to have an even split because you would have to put your merchant guy in.
I think we are going to have to have. I think we're going to have to have an even split no matter what, because if we both do 3, then there's only a 0
Yeah.
left here.
Yeah. Okay. I normally go with ship, so let me try some opium.
Okay. I guess. Yeah, like no matter what configuration, it's going to be basically 3 for both of us in this chain because there's only 7 demands,
Okay.
and there's already this guy clogging things up. So
Sounds good
that's
to me.
like slightly less good for me because I have to waste an extra chip, but I'll live with it. Okay, so you want me to do ships?
Yeah. I think I want to try opium this time around because I normally don't do opium.
I will invest in a ship or fleet. Ship.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and come in here.
Why, hello, sir. That's a
Gonna
lovely
fire.
supply chain we've created.
I completely agree. You want to know what's also lovely about it?
What's that?
I'm going to take the demand in Canton down to 5, and there's unfortunately nothing
Wait, why are you doing
that
that?
anyone will
No.
do to it.
No.
Oh, I'm lying.
Yep,
I'm
you're lying.
I'm lying.
This is
I'm dirty
very
lying.
sad.
Discuss this.
I'm
We just
lying.
discussed this.
I don't know how to play this.
Does anyone
I've never
really?
played this before. I'm a babe in the woods.
Well, make sure you take your
I'm
revenue.
also new to what happens at 5 players. There's interesting things it does to people.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're the first people in existence to play this at 5, right?
Yeah,
No.
100%.
No, but I am
Legit.
shocked that the BGG page has it so highly not recommended. And I feel like that has to be maybe a lot of people who played maybe the initial thing before it had its rules slightly tweaked,
That could be.
and all new people. And I would not play this with all new people at 5.
Yeah. No, I agree.
All right, I'm gonna grab some opium.
All right, John.
John's like, you're all terrible and I want nothing to do with you.
You could have put him.
He even made a show of good
That dude
faith
could have gone anywhere.
and did it at a 1. Like,
That's true.
I'll be able to buy more opium later, so I could.
Yeah, that's true.
I can get in on that.
We'll take care of you, John. Eventually,
I'll just pass.
someone will take care of you eventually.
who's just gonna pass?
Oh no, you're passing. You're out.
Do you want
Yeah.
to send
He
your
doesn't
dude?
really have anything else to do other than take conspiracies, and I don't really think any of those are desirable for him.
But they're fun.
Do you want to send your scion
them is-
to the London season?
No.
I guess you
Dope.
could pay 1 to get up to 0.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. He passed, so things cost money now.
You could stall a war.
I'm.
You'd have to pay for it, but
Yeah, if it didn't have to pay for it, that'd be one thing. Paying for it, I don't know. I don't know how effectual the war is going to be in the first place.
it's true. I picture Lily driving a hard bargain.
I know her well, and I can assure that that will happen.
Yeah, she really knows how to play this.
100%. Yes, I know everything.
She has master plans within master plans.
Wheels within wheels.
Mhm.
When she says she doesn't know how she plays, it's all a cover. I see right through it.
I'm going to invest in another boat. Which gives me 2. Make me the leader, right? Pyro in a tub, you do not need a Giga Brain to play this.
But it helps.
It does help. Not that any of us would know.
Definitely wouldn't know. I definitely wouldn't know.
Mm-mm. Me neither.
I think with a better rulebook, this could even be like Cole's most accessible game.
Yeah.
How does
maybe.
this? How does this more accessible than Root though? I mean, I feel like Root,
Well,
just
Root
its
has
art alone, is more inviting.
Sure, Root has more sex appeal, but like this is, I think, easier to pick up. Maybe I'm underestimating how difficult it might be for the average person.
I
This
thought
might
you
hard
were
to learn.
considering Root Cool's
This-
game.
This might be just me, but I feel like all of Cole's games are easier to learn than Root. That's just me, though.
Yeah,
I'm not saying like Root is super complicated, but I feel like of all of his games, that's the one that's the hardest. And part of that is because
agree.
you have to play it at like 4 times. I play each of the factions, like the base factions.
I think
like
I had a
once, maybe even
harder
twice.
time with John Company.
Interesting. There's a
I
lot
mean-
going on in Jump Company. It has like twice the rules, but I feel like it's really procedural.
Yeah, it's complex, but once you get through a single turn, you basically have everything down. Whereas I feel like it's hard to really understand Root until you've played every faction twice.
Yeah,
It's like
I agree.
It's more of an undertaking as time goes on. Because
Yeah,
you
I totally
do
agree.
factions.
It's definitely hard for me to compare Root accurately because I learned it, what is it, 3 years ago now? Oh God. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of formative for me because it was one of my first heavier games. So
Same.
it's a weird comparison.
I also,
Bad spot. I hate everything.
I don't think you said that once last game.
I hate everything? No, I don't. I don't hate everything. I just hate everything right now. Oh man. MJ, I don't like this. Why are you being mean?
Why did you have
I get
to? I think that Dent and Company made it clear what we're doing, and you go right after me. So
Yeah. I should have gone with ships. I shouldn't have tried. I shouldn't have tried to
Should've
get out of my
gone with
box.
ships.
Every time I get out of my box, I get punched real bad, and I don't like this anymore. Alright. God, this sucks. I think I just break even and let y'all deal with that. Okay, well, let me... Man, I don't like this.
Go down the middle with me.
I think I have to stall. Yeah, I'm gonna stall.
to pay for it.
Dupe. You guys let me roll more dice!
Wait,
That
Lily,
shouldn't turn out terribly.
are you paying? Did you
Yeah, are you gonna pay
want
for
to
it?
pay
Oh, I
the
have to
revenue
pay
for that?
for it?
Because
Oh,
John
frickin'
passed.
hell.
Yeah.
John, you're killing me!
I'm already dead, so
Okay, I can't do that.
Lily, we had a
man.
thing.
You could. You
Yeah,
could
he
do
can
that.
undercut. He's gonna I'm worried MJ's just gonna undercut me though.
I mean,
I guess
you
I
wanna-
get it back, so
Yeah.
screw it. I'll get it back, and then then I'll just go into John's line. I just want to try to get money.
I am going.
Lily, how have you played 100 pipe games?
100 what?
Pipe 3.
Ryan
How many times have
Courtney's
you played
Pipe
that?
I've not played 100 pipe games. I've only played it like 40 times.
Only 40. Come on.
Okay, I've only recorded it 40 times. How about that?
Okay. You definitely played more, though.
I haven't played that much more, but Pipe 3 is great, and I adore it.
I'm going
Is that on TTS?
Yeah.
Somehow? Oh, wow.
I mean, to be fair, like, Pipe 3 is legitimately just taking all of the pipe tiles from Pipeline and playing with them. That's
Oh, okay.
it.
I'm going to pass
So,
and dictate that turn order is clockwise. And send my Scion
okey-dokey.
for one.
I am going to send my merchant up here, which completes this supply chain, and Lily and I get 3 revenue each.
pretend I have income for like 5 seconds.
I mean, here's the thing.
Said 5 seconds.
I might not have
Might be 10
cared.
seconds.
Ooh.
I might not have cared. Except
Uh-huh.
you sent it in for 3.
Yeah, see, that's the issue, is I needed to send it into through 3 to actually get any value out of it, so... Ultimately, this just helps Drew, because then,
Boop, boop, boop,
whatever...
Boop, boop, boop.
I pretended!
I was thinking like, do you want to work a deal out with me? But then you just said it for 3, and I was like, well,
You didn't say
I have
anything.
to.
I mulled it over out loud for quite some time.
I know, and
You didn't
right
say
before I was going to say something, you sent it in for 3, and I was like, well, she wants it.
Well,
And then you even like kind of talked yourself into like, as you were putting it down, like, oh, well, I'm just gonna get it back anyway. And I was like, well, she
I'm
feels
well
comfortable
aware that
how
this is
badly it
not
will
going to go well for me. All right. Now, how do I convince Drew to put something in for 0?
What?
I'm trying to see if I can convince you to help finish this line,
Oh.
because then I can at least knock MJ off of opium, so this way we can settle, we can start fighting, and it will be less beneficial for both of us.
I am willing to finish. I'm willing to put one of those in at 1 so that you can take 2 just to get you back in the game.
Yeah, so 2 gets me back in the game, but it doesn't
But I
actually get
can't.
me
It doesn't make
back.
sense for me to do 0. Yeah, I know you can't get another investment out of it. I get it.
Yeah, I'm not being able to.
I see.
Okay, here's. Wish I could give you $1.
I know.
The best way.
I take a premise cube.
I would gladly give you a promise cube, because the thing is, like, if there hadn't been humans passing, it could have undercut this, but you have to pay twice now for each player. Yeah, because undercutting this bureaucrat would have probably been the best way to go earlier if we'd wanted to actually do something interesting with this line. Well, I'll put it in for 2 and just pretend like this is an okay idea and be sad later.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll invest another mission.
Really?
So I'm gonna pass and send my sign on for 4. Whoa! Whoa! Just ignore it. This flight back to London had a few weird overlays or something. Just swing over to Dublin for a second, and the plane had to hop back to the ship.
Okay. I think
Arcanumtal MJ is the market leader for opium, which means he cannot be undercut. So if you have the most of any given shit, it's impossible to undercut you.
Which is why I was trying to hopefully get things.
Yeah,
things
so
make
Lily's
things
kind of
more
in a rough spot
complicated.
now.
It wouldn't be if Garrick had pushed the player order the other way, but obviously he's got to be greedy.
It wouldn't have changed this round.
It would have changed next round though, but now I can't even catch up.
Well, here, I'll help. I'll put 1
I
in.
appreciate the help.
I only get 1 revenue out of that, which isn't super useful, but I'll take it.
Well, I mean, you can send your scion for 3.
Yeah, I mean, I was already going to have I'm already going to be second in the London season, basically, no matter what, unless you spend all your money to... Oh, you already passed.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I already passed. I'm not sending anybody.
cool. That's okay.
So I passed.
Oh, and that actually does finally remove this die
It does, yes.
All right.
because this chain is completed and the smuggler no longer generates demand.
I think it's back to you, Drew.
Oh, is it?
You're the only one who has
That's
passed.
right. Everyone has flipped their pass thingy. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
I will pass and send my scion for 3.
I regret sending mine. I didn't think the game was going to continue proceeding the way it did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send the turn order over to BotBot. John, sorry. BotBot.
I mean, either one works.
Either
Pop
way.
on works.
Prizes we got.
No.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
first,
first we gotta go
Warren.
work.
All right. Yeah, you and Lily are running, or you and John are running an opium war. So you got to decide what to do with those chits.
All right. We got to remove some crap. I vote we remove these 2 bureaucrats.
You gotta remove the police before you do that.
Yeah.
I vote we remove these police and then remove these bureaucrats.
Yeah. So the
Wait.
spend yours to
Wait.
remove these 2, and then spend mine to remove these 2.
Wait, why do we have to remove the police first?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, is that necessarily true?
I'll check the
It's
rule
just-
book.
It is a
it's been-
rule.
You
it's
can't
been-
open the port before you
we're
remove
not trying
all
to
the
open the
police.
We're not trying to open the port though. We're trying to just destroy the bureaucrats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you might.
I'm looking.
Bro, that I guess when I think about it, I don't know.
Yeah, that's like you guys said you had
Yep.
to do that before you remove the
Uh,
bureaucrats, but I thought it just says spend a
Six-
token to remove 2 bureaucrats.
6.2.3.1
led astray
says
by the
Qing
map
forces
before.
in that region must be removed before bureaucrats.
Okay, so yeah, I'm down with this.
Okay.
Whoa,
Alright.
Lily, why would you do that? I was so friendly to you. Now you're screwing
You
me over.
were, but MJ wasn't. So unfortunately, you have to feel
I see how it is. You're just trying to screw over MJ.
I would say that it's not that I was unfriendly. You got greedy.
Sorry.
If you had put this in it too, I wouldn't have bothered.
I mean,
And then you
have
talk
5
yourself into
years,
just
so
getting it
that's
later.
Super greedy. So whatever.
All right. These supply
This
chains
is
are
the right
broken.
decision in my part.
That didn't work. And then we have to take these back and lose the revenue, if I recall correctly.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. Ugh.
Eh. You guys got stuff back. You can do things again.
Yeah.
Eh.
All right, war is done. So Qing forces resets to 3, and outrage to 0.
Correct. And outrage is 0. Yep.
Okay, and then time to check the prizes and see
The prizes, the most important part of the game.
how much did I lose.
For chat's benefit, all of this dirty opium laundering that we're doing is in the service of the London season.
To acquire
These
these
fancy
random
prizes.
prize chits. Oh, thank goodness.
Oh God!
Yes!
No!
Yes,
Oh,
good
yeah.
marriage. Good marriage.
All right, which one do you want, Drew? You get
It was
first
worth
dibs.
it.
Oh man! All
Like a
those war
scandal or a
crimes,
fox hunting accident.
all those war crimes and atrocities for a fox hunting accident. Oh.
Hey, at least you didn't have a scandal.
Yeah, I definitely did not pick this gamble for a reason because who wants that?
It's funny because after John passed without sending anyone to the London season, even though like he was in negative and probably didn't want to do that, I figured that the last one was bad, and I knew the second one was bad, so I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah, I was.
Pyro, those numbers are the victory points. They are literally the goal of the game. is
Yeah.
those prizes.
So now
So
MJ has 1 victory
currently,
point,
MJ is winning the game with 1 point.
and then Drew and I has 0, but we win tiebreakers based on shits.
May I be filling those circles? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely. And thank you.
So yeah, in general, these dice
Oh my
in
goodness.
these regions are demands, and we are trying to fill demand for opium that we also create by placing missionaries and smugglers. by completing chains where the numbers in the top of the chits are equal to or lower than the demand on the dice. And when that happens, we all gain revenue according to whatever the number is in the chain. But all of that is in service of going back to London and scoring a sweet, sweet peerage or a fancy hat.
Clearly, that's the best one.
I mean, it's only worth 1 point. I'm all about the peerage.
I'm about the fancy hat. I don't care. As long as I
Can
have
we
it,
reset our
I
boards
win.
now?
You may have a fancy hat, but if
Yes.
someone gets a peerage, you have to call them Lord.
Go ahead and reset your boards. I reset everybody's passes.
Nah.
Excuse me.
I'll pull out the prizes.
Thank you.
Excellente.
Okay.
And then, starting with John, we will peek at the prizes.
I'm gonna try the top one.
I will
All
look
right.
at the second one. Okay.
I'll look at the second one.
Interesting. I want to know what Garrick knows. I also know what Drew knows.
Oh, we all know the same thing. Who's going to know the bottom?
Lily could just not look at it and we won't know.
I've definitely done
No,
that
I'm-
before, and it was chaos, and it was hilarious.
I have also
I'm gonna look at the bottom
seen that
one.
happen.
All right.
Yes, Tyrell, he very much has a type of design. Okay, so we go into the action phase, and play starts with John.
Guess we're back to square one, aren't we?
Yes, sir, diddly doodle.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you got a ship over here. A ship?
Well, I just mean from the supply chain.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And this is all. Yeah.
And these other open ports or the opportunities, those are just dumb with the dice that are out.
Yeah. You also have a shot at disrupting the ship leadership. That's a funny thing to say 5 times fast.
Does he? Yeah, that's true, John. You already have a fleet, and Garrick only has 2, so you could turn off his ability to undercut, at least temporarily. Oh, probably permanently. He's way down in the negative on his revenue.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
I'll just go more negative. Don't test me.
Watch me. I will burn everything down.
Hey, Garrick.
What's up, MJ?
There's a police.
There is a police, and I was eyeing it.
All right.
It is mighty tempting.
It might not happen if you don't do it.
Let's take this conspiracy and send the policeman there. I'll figure these two out in a second. So that's going to kick the smuggler out.
Okay.
Raise the outrage track by 2 and the Jing Force track by 1. That supply chain is now incomplete. And let's...
Do I lose anything? Like,
You
do I
lose-
lose revenue?
Yes, you lose revenue.
the revenue that you had.
Down by 1.
So you're down by 1.
Let's put the bureaucrat in there. And let's put the missionary... I can put them in any coast or any adjacent to a missionary, right?
I think it has to be adjacent. It can't just be like a coast.
Oh, does it? Let me double check that. Because that does make a
Does it
difference.
say? Yeah. I mean, I'm open to being wrong. It says up here adjacent to one with the missionary.
Yeah. Yeah, only if there's
only
none on the board.
smugglers can be any coastal.
Only if there's none on the board does it say any coastal. So since he's here, I have to go here. Or, up there. But we're not going
Or
up there.
up here, yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. Let's grab one of these. Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Okay, I'll grab this British Empire chit,
Oh no.
which increases outrage by 1.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go real bad. It's gonna hurt real bad, but it's fine. Just want it. All of the opium belong to us.
Well, that's a thing that's happened. So I'm not gonna bother with that. So I will invest in a hat. And by hat I mean a merchant.
So MJ, I have 2 ships. Don't worry about Garrick. He has boats. He doesn't have ships.
I have a fleet, sir.
Do you have a presumed location for the opium that you have?
Denton Company likes to go where there are ships. So
So you don't really care.
I mean, I
Care specifically.
think that the shorter chains distribute more of the pie.
Let's do this.
Nice. That is for opium.
That's not.
Drew, stop typing the same thing as me at the same time.
Technically, I typed first, so go home.
That is exactly right, Void.
I'm just buying an option on messing up someone's supply chain in the future, essentially. It's probably not going to happen because there's not enough. Yeah, it's not going to happen this turn. So it's more like an investment in the next turn.
Yeah, and that's why I like. Oh, nope. I like the idea of doing it myself.
Yeah.
So outrage will go up by 1, but Ching Force will also go up by 1, and we'll throw this guy. If I had foresight, I would know where to place it, but I do not. So,
Well, listen, if you take the blue pill,
Yes, take the blue pill. Blue is definitely the best color. Hardeen Matheson will attest to this. Oh boy. Everybody's done with investments, so. Oh no, Garrick still can invest.
Indeed, I can.
Um,
And you can take that as the threat that it is.
well, it's kind of a game of chicken because I can just wait you out.
Yes, this is true. No, in all likelihood, I'm not threatening you. I'm more likely threatening John.
Well, it's more that, you can't really threaten me because there's no way you can get 2 hats, and I can just respond by getting a 3rd merchant specifically. But I think I can afford to wait and see what you do and then adjust from there. The real question is, where the heck are people going to actually trade? Okay. I think I'm going to just drop some. Actually.
Void. That's a good meme. That's a really good meme.
Yeah, let's start some internal chains.
Honestly, I think more families should play this game during Thanksgiving dinner.
Do tell your reasoning, John.
I was just gonna say.
Because more than once you're going to hear somebody say, yeah, could you pass the opium? And it's when it happens, worth every penny.
What you're saying is that this is familiar to your Thanksgivings. You frequently hear that phrase at your Thanksgivings. Yes. Okay.
I think it would just be less weird if the game was out and we were playing it.
Tyrell, the die rolls in a region are determining both the demand and the opportunity in the region. If there is not opportunity...
Yeah, so... Go ahead.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
No.
If there's not opportunity, then...
I'm on a delay, I think.
Then we cannot place into the regions, and if there's not demand, we cannot complete supply chains. I think that's an accurate summation, wouldn't you say?
So anytime you place a black chit, you add a die, which is why I put a die here and here, and then you roll it. And then that determines the demand. So like right now, any of these chains in this region can support 10 demands, which is these little numbers in the top of the chits. So
and
suddenly
you total the number in a chain. So this is at 3 right now in this chain.
Yep. Opportunity is what allows you to place. Did you explain opportunity?
I just said that it allows you to place in the region.
It allows you to place them.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way that works is if a die here matches a die in the pool, then there is opportunity. So like
and
open ports are always have opportunity. Yeah. But I took a 5 out of the pool, which turned off this region's opportunity.
Like a joik.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, that was my turn. Sorry, I can. You're up.
Well, this is happening.
Curse your betrayal, MJ.
Wait, how is it betrayal?
Because you colluded with John and not me. I thought we had a deal last round.
We didn't.
That no longer applies.
You never made a deal. You didn't even put a ship down to undersell him.
I'm getting there.
Okay, all right. Like, listen, there's 2 whole crates here. Like, Denton Company ain't going nowhere. I will say this, though. I don't love going into a chain with a smuggler.
I know the feeling.
So I think, yeah. I want to see maybe more merchants.
That's fine. I got your back.
There's also a bureaucrat in the pool. We don't necessarily need Drew.
The yellow bar maxing out. So an opium war pyro is a function of their relationship between the outrage track and the Qing Force track. So if outrage ever gets higher than yellow than the Qing Force's track, then at the end of the round we will have an opium war.
More accurately, if it is still higher,
impossible.
If outrage is higher than Qing Forces at the end of the round, then we have an opium war.
Yes, at the end of the round. Yeah.
But it's possible for it to surpass and then Qing Forces to also get up and prevent it.
I've learned that I might need to sometimes point this out, but the Qing Forces track is also the Qing dynasty of China. All these old white men in top hats, that's Great Britain, the British being outraged. Yep. So it's the British that are outraged.
Yep.
So my understanding is... What did you do, Lily?
I placed down some opium, and I'm going to see where it leads me.
To China, presumably.
I hope so, but we'll see.
So I'm assuming since my revenue went up, I now have an additional investment available to me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to spend that investment, buy another ship.
Ooh.
And
That's
don't forget
interesting.
to
So
spend one for
now
that.
He's the fleet's market leader, industry leader.
Yes.
Can no longer be undercut.
Well, we can see
I
about
was just
that.
about to undercut him.
Let's. MJ, you want to talk about A2? We can talk about A2.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I'll help you fill out A2.
Yeah, we can talk about A2.
Now the problem is there's a bunch of smugglers, and that's annoying.
Yeah,
So
annoying for everybody. The problem is that you put what, like, I think this guy needs to get undersold.
yeah,
I'm not either by the other bureaucrat or by a merchant.
or by a smuggler.
It'd be really nice if all three of these were filled with merchants.
Well, but the problem is, what I meant by the smugglers being a problem is it's really easy for anyone else to just undercut merchants with smugglers because, unless I'm mistaken, industry leader doesn't protect you from smugglers.
I mean, I think it protects you from getting undersold.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
by
it's
other players. Right?
no, I think it's a general protection. But let me
Yeah.
check.
I feel like that's a general thing.
Yeah, it just says cannot be undersold in their type.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Okay. Well, that changes
Yeah.
things. I was like thinking about how to burn all three of those smugglers first before I started placing merchants because. Well, anyway, yeah. So if you guys do ships and opium in here, then we will finish that chain, and it'll be probably all merchants. Especially since Garrett can pick up a merchant too, if he wants.
Let's go ahead and throw this guy in there.
Okay. I will.
Oh man, I want to be greedy so bad.
I don't see why you wouldn't, because you're the market leader. No one can undercut you.
I guess the merchants only go to 2 anyway. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it'll still complete if I go for 3.
Yeah, because I had to be conservative to avoid underselling.
I just thought
underselling.
maybe.
Go ahead.
I thought you were maybe just being conservative to be nice, but now I see why you had to be conservative.
Yes. No. I know not
I'm
of charity.
So sorry. I'm very sorry about it. I'm very sorry about it, Garrick.
I can tell you are very sorry about it.
I really am.
Would
You
like
can't.
to- I- oh,
Can't.
No, you can't. Never
Yeah.
mind. It's you. But
We talked about this.
I wasn't paying attention.
Underselling is what Lily tried to just do with me, which is you can always place chit in a supply lane that is where the number is lower than the current price. I set this merchant's price at 2. Someone could undersell me by going lower than 2. The exception is these industry leaders. If you have the most of the chit, you cannot be undersold. Since someone was asking, Pyro was asking.
Yeah. And that's why
I always want to
ships.
try to be an industry leader, but I never end up doing it. It just never happens. I'm never good enough.
Just play 3-player, and then everyone's an industry leader.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's an industry.
That sounds nice.
But yeah, this is why boats are useful because they have a minimum of 1, so they always will get some amount of value.
Yeah, they always pay themselves back.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's really, really rough. All right.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
well, it's
That's
because
rough stuff.
Lily just put something there, didn't she?
Yeah.
And this goes here. Because it's a smuggler chain.
Yep.
Ooh,
I was trying to be
Well-
annoying. I feel like I accomplished that.
That's fine, I suppose, because we can always add another die in here potentially.
I mean, it's gonna have to roll higher than a 4.
Well, not if it undercuts this guy.
That's true.
You know why my ships are worth 3? Because they fly upside down.
yes, Pyro. Whatever number is upright, aligned with the 3/4 circle on the map, that's the one that it currently is in the state of. And whatever that number is what's contributing to the supply chain and potentially to our revenue if the chain is completed. Man, I'm in a bad spot.
Just undercut the merchant.
I don't have a merchant right now.
Or I mean the bureaucrat.
I still don't have a merchant right now.
You can do a smuggler.
I think what I do.
A smuggler or another bureaucrat, I suppose.
Yeah, like the bureaucrat would be nice.
Well, no, it needs to be a smuggler because we need to get another die in here anyway.
That's true. It's ridiculous. I mean, if it was the 0 smuggler, maybe you could get lucky.
I like the sound of that. Let's try getting lucky.
Are we undercutting this guy? Or
Nope, putting him right there.
Okay.
Whoopsie.
Cool.
Oh, whoopsie.
Oh no, that was a 5, I think.
That's what I think it was. If you want to fix that.
Hey,
Nice.
Also, that technically has opportunity then, because Lily put a 5 back when she completed this chain.
You're right. Okay. Wow.
That means this 4 is also going to go back.
Have a good one, Void. No, Tyrell. Sorry.
That's true. It does
Yeah.
get immediately completed by that, so
Immediately
the die goes back.
They'd been wanting it.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Tyrell.
Well, I feel like the sort of obvious move is to just scoop 2 extra revenue by undercutting the bureaucrat.
Sure.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't really make a difference whether I did that
Yeah.
to the
I'm gonna
bureaucrat
do
or
this
not.
thing. Yep.
I'm gonna grab another hat. Actually, wait. Can always grab another hat. Oh god, Drew's so far ahead.
Oh, God. And MJ.
I mean, yeah, this is. I tried, and no one wanted to put me in a good position to actually be competitive, so I gave up.
I didn't do anything. I'm in a similar position as you.
You got a ship? I guess we can be friends.
This
Good.
chain is open now
Yeah.
because of what Lily did earlier. So there's
guess
we can
options
be
for you too.
can be
I guess we can be friends.
I guess we can be friends.
Let's be friends. I like friends.
Actually, this chain is, well, this one has 0 demand, so probably ignore that one.
I'm curious what happens if I do this.
Uh-oh. What are you doing?
Having fun.
Hey, opportunity.
Oh, that was a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 2. All right, John.
I think I'm going to use an investment to buy a merchant. Wait. Maybe I should buy another ship just to, because it looks like Garrick has an investment available.
I do still
Yeah,
have
there
an
could-
investment.
Break your investment monopoly, or your
Yeah.
monopoly on the fleets.
But a hat will get you more money.
It's also true.
Which is it going to be?
But if you take that, then you can just undercut my 3. Yeah, either one of those. So it's almost like it's to protect the income that I currently have.
Yeah, but profit. Who cares about the money you have? It's about the money you gain, the money you will have.
But then Drew can just undercut me as the merchant. Although he doesn't have any.
I may not. Yeah, it depends. Depends on if I have an incentive to do that. But you're
I mean,
right,
you-
I can undercut.
You do have investments to make, so you could.
We could make a
respond.
gentleman's agreement not to undercut each other. Me with a ship, you with a hat. We'll see.
I'm just going to do what I think is the smart play. And I'm going to buy a ship. Somebody's got to tote this opium. Do you want to pass the turn, Lily?
Oh, yeah. No, can it just be my turn forever? That's great.
Well, that was definitely the thing I didn't want you to do, so that was probably the right move. Lily, I don't know what your goal is with Region G1 over there. Region G over there.
She said it. It was having fun.
Yeah. I was going to say, I know what her goal was.
Are you not listening?
It's almost like I didn't believe her.
Oh.
Almost.
You never believe me.
You know, she's mostly known as the Lizard Queen, but what most people don't know is that she's also the Chaos Bishop.
The Chaos Bishop.
Yes, I'm a bishop now.
Why is she a bishop?
It's a
They're
really
weird
weird.
Now.
It's a really weird. It's a really weird ranking system that they have in the Chaos world, but it's so disorganized.
Sounds like a lot of discord.
Making my night. Oh my god, so good.
For a little bit of explanation, MJ, Lily's the Lizard Queen because she won the Root tournament that SCPT held as the
And I was
Lizards.
the lizard queen before that.
Also
I
true.
did not win
Yeah.
as the lizards either.
I'm providing some context.
I just like
I-
playing lizards a lot to a fault.
She's been the Lizard Queen for a while.
I suspected it had something to do with the cult. So is the other thing an oath reference?
No. It's made up.
Just being
Discord,
random.
just chaos.
I don't know what the bishop came from, but I am known to be a chaotic player in
Yes.
some
Nice.
communities. That is a true statement.
I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to bare my soul to the world. That's how you find that connection, right?
And see, that was the thing I didn't want you to do, Garrick. So, touche.
I invested
Touche.
in another merchant.
Hey, Arzad. Yeah, Arcanum, lizards are one of the tougher factions to play.
Yeah, I have not figured them out.
They're my favorite.
The trick is to
I
not,
any
not be
opportunity.
interactive whatsoever, and you win.
Yeah.
I
Make
I haven't played
build a
them.
fortress.
I haven't played them since the new boards.
Oh,
and I even have the new.
Yeah.
And I even have the new boards, and I just haven't played with them.
Yeah,
I do know
The new,
that,
the new
like-
boards make them much better.
Makes them
in my
playable.
opinion.
Right. But the first time I saw them kind of in their full-fledged form was I was playing with my youngest brother, and he was playing them for the first time and crushing everybody. And I was flabbergasted about it. And at some point, he did something really cruel and terrible, and he was like, "And we're doing this for Zorp." And we all looked at him like, "Zorp?" And he's like, "Yes, in the name of Zorp." We're here to tell you about Zorp. Like, he just made it up. He just rolled with the theme, and it was really funny.
That's great.
So anyway, okay, some choices need made.
Choices, right? Aren't they great?
Yeah,
Sounds like you should ship some more opium.
you know, I could ship some more opium. I have to get some opium to do that.
Yeah, there's a nice juicy opium spot waiting for you right here. I guess
Don't
Lily
do it.
can kill
He's going to put his
Lily,
merchant up
join
here.
us. Join us.
Why do I care about that?
Money.
I don't know.
What kind of capitalist are you if you don't care about money? Does money need justification?
Never.
Do you not worship at the shrine of profit?
Okay, all right.
I can't believe this is working.
I mean, yeah. It's a weirdly hard choice.
It is a weirdly hard choice.
This game doesn't really have
Oh,
easy
man.
choices. They're all agonizing and
They're
awful.
all difficult.
They are all agonizing. It's something I love about it. Oh man.
Or like capitalist. Thanks, Arizad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You're so unhappy about it. I guess I'll make money.
I mean, this is a game about not actually making money. It's a game about spending your money on a better reputation.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, you know, I get it. Capitalist jokes are technically
That
like
is why
slightly
I
off base
didn't
here.
want to do it.
Oh,
That's why I didn't want to do it. That right there.
Hate to
That's
see it.
exactly why I wasn't going to do it.
You hate to see it.
Lily,
Yeah, well played.
Lily,
Well
Lily.
played, Lily.
I might be wrong. I feel like you could go in at 1 because then if MJ wants to undercut you, he's losing money. Whereas
Okay.
you, I mean, I don't
that's,
know.
That's logical. I guess I can do it.
The issue with going at 1 is that if he undercuts you at 0, then you can't get back in there. And
Yeah, I couldn't get back in there. I couldn't get back in there even if I wanted to. Dude.
true.
Yeah, exactly.
But and here's the rest of my sentence is that you look like you're setting up for an internal supply chain.
Yeah, so that was the one thing that I was going to mention.
Yeah, I
is
forgot about that.
If you go to 0 and guarantee, but best case, you're going to, like, if this gets completed and someone picks this chain, then you're going to get 1 revenue from the internal chain doing its little
But
kickback.
what if it's me? What if I?
So, like, you're going to get 1 no matter what, basically, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well,
I'll
force-
just see how this plays out.
yeah, all right.
Stop confusing me.
Sorry. I guess you don't have like a really great use for one extra revenue.
I mean,
Like, the
I
difference
would
is you're on
love.
one
You know,
side,
what? I'm gonna put a 1 in, and we'll just see what happens. And if it's the wrong decision, it's the wrong decision.
So are you up at 1 then?
It's not complete yet, Drew.
Oh, duh.
But I put it in for 1.
All right, Lily. Yeah, you passed your turn.
I was just trying to be nice.
Try being nice and correct, Drew. Is that too much to ask?
I'm gonna buy this.
You monster.
So, Lily and Garrick, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. The supply chain is complete. I get 1 revenue. Lily gets 1 revenue. We remove the lowest die. Back to the pool. What to do? What to do?
Thank John by contesting his fleet monopoly. He gave you the revenue to do it.
I'm going to get a merchant.
All right. I'm gonna get a special envoy.
All
I
right.
guess, yeah, I can look at that.
Alrighty. I'm gonna let Lily have her 1 pound.
You're not going to go for the spite undersell? Spite is the only thing more powerful than money.
You are 100% correct about that. What's going to happen instead is I'm going to do the thing I wanted to do on my last turn instead. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm sending my kid for 5.
Oh, no.
Whoa! Whoops, sorry.
You're good.
Was that 5?
Yes, it was. I took a 3 out of there, and the other one was 5, so it should be the same.
Okay. Got a ship. I'm going to grab some opium.
And my Scion, its base value is the
1.
number of my revenue, so
Yeah.
1. And then I can spend 1 to increase it.
Correct.
You can spend as much as you want to increase it.
Yeah,
You can
sorry.
spend all the way to the edge of the ledger.
All the way to -4, technically.
The edge.
Yeah.
Or,
And you'd be sending it for 6.
Yeah, let's live a little.
that's living a lot. That's living a lot.
Yeah, that's living a lot.
Wow.
I support it, but hot
John
dog.
overbids for the prize.
Wow.
Okay, Garrick.
Okay.
Oh, which way do you want
I have
to
a
go?
proposal.
No. He just gets. Oh yeah, you're right. You have start player, and then he gets to.
Yeah, but which way do you want it to go, John?
Yeah. You're right.
Back toward me. Or that's dumb. To clockwise.
Clockwise, yeah.
Go in my direction.
Clockwise, he said.
This way?
Other way.
Otherwise.
Yeah, towards me.
Clockwise.
So Garrick.
Sorry.
No. That's okay. So if you and I work together, we can complete this chain.
Yes.
However, whoever puts this in has a slight disadvantage. And by that I mean has a significant disadvantage.
Yes.
So I will put this up here if you put your merchant here, but then trigger this chain rather than this chain.
That doesn't sound good for me at all.
Well, you're gonna get one. You're gonna get one either way, right? So you're gonna get 2 up here.
What you're missing,
and then
Drew,
I'll get 2.
is that I can just go here for 1, and that gets me 2.
That is a good point. This exists already. Okay, well that's fair enough. I don't begrudge you that. I didn't notice that, but you're right.
Yep, and that spends my special envoy to go there, and I get 2 revenue. Lily gets 1 because I'm choosing this supply chain to trigger off of.
For the kids watching at home, whenever you complete an internal supply line, which is these 4 inland regions, then you get the revenue on the 2 spaces, but then also you follow this little trail back to one of the completed supply chains behind it, and then everyone with a chit in that supply line gets 1 revenue. No matter what their price was at, they just get 1. Okay, well, I guess I'm fine with that because it just lets me do this on a supply.
Yeah, you just get to do it yourself. We both get what we want, basically.
Yeah, we both get what we want. But do I care about turning off opportunity anyway?
Oh, this actually needs to go back.
Oh yeah, and that goes back as well. Yep.
Important stuff.
Important. I'll leave. It doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, okay. So I'll take this one and roll it. Alright, cool.
That's open.
Did you pay for it?
Oh, he's got a point.
Oh, right. There is a passer. Okay.
Okay, that was the super wrong move for me to have taken then.
Still worth paying. Alright, you're up, MJ.
I think it's 2, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2. It's 1 for every person who's passed.
Yeah.
Have 2 people passed?
Yep.
Oh crap, 2
Yep.
people passed.
Yep.
Oh, maybe
It's worth it.
not anymore.
It's probably
I spend
worth it. I mean,
2, I get 4.
It's worth it. It just
Yeah,
sucks.
it's worth it. It's worth it. It's just expensive, but I'll do it.
I officially never want to play this with 3 again because 4 and 5 are so much better.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I would play it at 3, but you're right. 4 and 5.
Dang.
5 is the best player count for sure. I
Yeah,
feel it.
for sure.
I'm just gonna pass.
Send in the kid.
Nope.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
I can't compete with 6 and 5, and
Yeah.
I
Just
feel
sell
like
everything.
Other people are gonna bid.
Just
I
sell
feel like Garrick's
everything.
gonna outbid me for other things, so I'm just not gonna try.
I'm
You
going
gotta spend money to make money.
to invest in a hat.
No.
Wait, Garrick.
What's up?
So we could also. Oh no, we can't.
Oh, wait,
It's so low.
No,
No,
I
the demand is like nothing, so it's probably not worth trying to do.
think I take a special envoy, not a
But
hat.
we could complete a
No,
chain
I take a hat. I take a hat. Stick with the
if
hat.
you get opium, basically.
I have 1 more investment. I just wanted to get the free investment first. So,
Oh, duh. No, yeah, that's a smart move.
yep.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm going to spend my special envoy to go up here at 2. So I get 2, 3, 4, and MJ and Garrick each get 1.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Oh, I should have thought about the fact you were going to do that. I could have gotten 2 boats. That would have been so clever if I'd realized that.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying is like we can. You could do stuff, but whatever.
I wish I was a clever boy. Congratulations, Erzad. I will go ahead and invest in a boat. Which, how many do I have now? 3 to John's 4? Okay. Yeah, I really wish I'd broken his thing. Arcanum, the lower chain will pay not for the numbers on it, but for the number of chits you have in there.
Yep. So when I completed this chain up here, and actually this die needs to be...
Nope, I removed one already.
Oh, yeah, thank you. That's right, because the missionary's there. So I completed this one. I got 2 for this chit, because I set it at 2 revenue. And then I traced it back to this particular chain, and we each got... I got 2, because I have 2 chits.
I got one, MJ got one.
MJ got 1 each. So when it traces back to the inland chain, you don't repeat your revenue. You just get 1 for having a chit there.
That's wrong. Should be at 0.
I invested in the merchant, Garrick, so back to you.
Okay, I really wish I'd gotten a boat.
Yes, Pyro.
Yeah. Because for some reason I didn't realize John was still 1 ahead of me.
Yeah. Correct.
What do you mean?
With your fleet, I didn't realize you had 4. I thought you had 3. And I didn't realize Drew was going to give me 1 revenue, so I needed to take 2 boats, but I only took 1.
Yeah, you that would have been a sweet move because you could have severely undercut John.
Yeah, that's what I was basically planning on doing. I just executed it wrong.
I'm disappointed in you specifically.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's okay. I didn't realize it either. I should have said something. I was trying to convince you to help me complete this chain, but it doesn't make sense with the demand.
I almost wish I'd just taken a special envoy now, so I could place this hat. Sucks to suck. It's a true fact. It's a true fact. Can people remind me what prizes they looked at?
Oh,
The
gosh.
middle one.
I looked at the middle one.
I looked at the middle one.
That's right, Garrick. All 3 of us looked at the middle one.
Right.
I looked at the
I
top
don't
one. We
remember
looked
which
at the
one I
bottom.
looked at.
You don't remember what you looked at. Okay.
That's
You
what
are
I looked at because I don't remember.
chaos agents. Got it.
Ah!
Queen of the Cult. I really regret not doing the thing that I didn't do on my turn.
I really regret
That's
not doing
fine.
the thing I should have done. I'd be in such a better position.
Well, and all of Cole's games have really crucial pivot points,
Mm-hmm.
and I have learned how to feel them when they're there. And I felt it, and I ignored it, and now I know I'm probably gonna lose.
Yeah. This
I was a play tester for Oath. I should know better.
I feel like this in particular is Cole's most brittle game. It's just like the breakaway moments will happen, and there's just nothing you can do
Yeah.
because you missed it. I'll
Yeah.
pass. I don't think I have any other choices right now, so I'll pass, and I will abstain from sending my Scion, I think.
Okay, I will get a special envoy, and then when it comes back around to me, I will spend that special envoy to undercut this bureaucrat.
Yep.
Oops. What's going on? There we go. So that gives me a revenue. And then I will pass and send my Scion. I'll spend 1, so I'm starting at 6. I'll boost it up to 7 to guarantee.
I am so afraid of what is happening to me.
And this is why I didn't bother to go.
Oh no.
Same here.
Am I in trouble?
Okay.
Tell me before it happens.
There's no war.
Yep, there's no war. The outrage track is lower than the Qing forces, so we flip the prizes and see what happens.
Here we go. Oh.
Yeah.
And you
that's
only got
all
a
right.
2 out of it.
Oh, I only got a 2 out of that. Oh my gosh.
Look! No, MJ has a good and a bad.
That's true. MJ has a
Things went wrong.
Well, yeah,
Things
I
went
guess here's the question for you, MJ. Is it the same marriage or not?
We'll see. I guess we're gonna see.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Does that change my income?
Oh, John, you
It
wish.
does not change your income
Revenue, I mean.
or revenue. Yeah.
Does that change the What was it? The fancy hat. The fancy hat. Oh, that's really funny. Oh man, bad and good marriage. I love that. I've never had that happen.
Oh, man.
I'm
This
gonna
is,
cherish this silly moment for what it is.
I got it. Oh, boy.
Oh my
Can I
gosh,
sell my-
this is what I'd love
Can
to
I sell
see.
my company?
Your investment track does go to 0 though.
John, one of these days you got to play 18xx with us. Then you can sell your company when you do this to it.
Is Hayes in the chat?
I don't see Hayes.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Hayes.
Oh, no. Blur's marriage. I was saying John should join us. Then he could dump companies with the best of them.
Oh man. I'm gonna look at the bottom one, top one. Okay.
Okay. Wait, which one did you look at?
The top one.
I'm gonna also look at the top one.
Word.
Also, John and MJ, take your scions back. They don't belong there.
I'm gonna look at the bottom one.
I will look at the top one. Okay.
So I'll look at them.
All right.
Is
Well, I don't know how this could have played out more hopefully for me to be in first place, and there's only one police action shed, and it's gonna go over here.
What?
Break
I
the
never
jam.
saw it coming.
Surprise!
I bet not.
But-
That's so crazy.
But MJ, you could hurt Drew so much more over here.
Yeah, except
Kill himself.
I'm in here.
All right, I lose 1. I forgot to reset my investments. Yeah, you do get to reset your investments, John. Which I did for you.
Oh wait, did
Well?
you say I could have heard him more up here? You're right about that. I didn't think about that.
Oh, yeah, do it up there.
Ah,
Is that true? I guess it would be 2. You'd hurt me for 2, but you would you hurt more total pieces down here than there. Because
It's
this
true.
only hurts me. This
Is the better move.
yeah.
because this does not infect the downward chain at all. So it's just me.
And if anything, I think there's probably an amount of not wanting to disrupt inland chains, because then you can more easily rescore them.
Yeah.
True.
For
I was
the,
gonna say I almost wouldn't mind that.
yeah, exactly.
I'll put a pirate in
Yeah.
and score it again.
Plus, there's new demand. Fresh 5 demand in here.
Just gonna go right back.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's John and not me.
Yep. Nope.
Yep. There you go.
It's not. It's not
Oh,
open.
because it's not
It's
open.
not an
Yeah.
open port. So
We're gonna
it's
need a
gotta-
pirate.
You need both sea lanes. You need a smuggler to get opium into that region. Your wares are illegal there.
Arcanum, we have
Yeah,
not
here.
yet tried Westphalia, but it is on the agenda for one day. I want to
Oh
play.
yeah. When are we gonna get someone to teach us Westphalia on stream?
Garrick, get in here.
Oh, John, you're funny.
We're making money.
Hmm. I am what you would call an unhappy camper. Hmm. I'm going to take this guy and put him in this inland sea zone. And we're going to take the 5.
Ooh,
That's
dirty.
Closing off the opportunity. This 5 no longer matches. Dirty, dirty. Okay, I have things to think about.
Actually, doesn't that close this too, technically?
No,
It doesn't
because
No, the
close.
two's still
doesn't
here.
fit. If you meant
Oh.
this is permanently open because
Yeah.
the open
Oh, okay.
floor means there's always opportunity there. Which is why this shit is locked.
Which is why this smuggler is not actually flush to the map.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh gosh, is there any way to engineer a revolution victory?
I
think
don't
no.
think so.
There's only 2 black chits. There's no other way to get dice out of the dice pool other than a war.
I saw a brief moment on the first turn where if I had passed, I might have triggered a revolution. And then I saw that possibility drift away as the game continued.
Yep. I think. Yeah, if I don't take a British Empire chit, then it's possible that someone could trigger revolution, and I don't want that. So I'm going to do this.
Did you adjust the outrage track already?
Outrage!
There we go.
I am in control of this war. That may or may not happen. Let's see.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm interested in seeing like this chain happening somehow.
Why not this one over here?
This one?
Yeah.
D1?
Yeah.
Who's talking? Garrick?
Garrick is talking.
That's all he ever does.
Mm-hmm.
And MJ, if you needed me to mention
2
that.
people that go before you, Garrick.
This is true. But that fact is true regardless of which supply chain you choose.
I don't know. What are you thinking, John? Where are you trying to send your ship?
Well, honestly, I was thinking about taking this, whatever this token is,
The missionary, right?
missionary, and putting it here.
You were
to
thinking
add
about it.
To add
You
it
want to
down
add it
there.
here?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but then I don't know. Garrick is going to get up. Well, he's got a merchant. I mean, I think that same move for either one of these. I mean,
Okay.
wherever you do, I'll follow. Although we would need somebody has to put the missionary down. That's the problem.
Right.
If I put the
Right.
missionary down, then Garrick takes the slot.
And the other thing is that there's somebody that's going to go before you.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what she's going to do because she knows this game very well. she's got plans within culty plans. I don't really want to go into Jiangsu, but I'm going to. I'm going to go in for 2. And I guess we'll see what happens.
So can you do that with putting it over the demand?
Yes.
It just doesn't complete the demand. Or yeah, you can set it at whatever prices you want, but it doesn't. If
The chain won't-
got filled and it's over demand, then it won't actually complete itself.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Ah. Oh,
Oops. God dang it, every time.
it's okay. It was a 4.
I gotcha. There you go.
Thank you.
And that closes this one.
Yep.
Hmm.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed.
I mean, you could just do the
I mean,
same
not
thing
for me.
back, is
Yeah,
the
that's-
thing.
You could.
That's true.
Hmm.
Unless John stops it, because John could actually potentially stop it.
What do you mean?
If he puts out the missionary, then like you can't take the die away.
You
But I
could
guess
take
you
the
could just-
4.
I guess that's true.
Well, that's
Yeah,
I
that's
have a
what
ship in there.
I was
so
saying. You could take
I
the
wouldn't do
missionary and then
that.
take the 4.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
If John takes the missionary, he can choose the 2 or the 1 to avoid taking the,
Oh, yeah.
the 4 in the dice pool.
Right.
It's like the reverse option.
So taking the missionary and putting it where?
Anywhere else but there. Well, anywhere. It's really not where you put the missionary that matters. It's
Oh,
the die
this
you take
is
out of the pool that
dumb.
matters.
This was also
Yeah.
dumb of me because the missionary is not adjacent, so the missionary
Yeah.
can't even go over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is a
that's
coast.
dumb.
No, missionaries
This is a
have.
coast. I thought missionaries can go on coast.
No, that's
No,
what we
we
checked.
have-
There's no other missionaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
No. Ah, that was dumb. Why did I do that?
I thought you had some grand plan.
No, I didn't. I just completely missed that there was a gap.
Had I consciously known about that, I wouldn't have suggested it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I wasn't even. It's okay. Now yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to take the only opening I've seen this entire round.
Wait, where'd you go?
I went here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So having, gosh, I feel like I'm missing something. But I'm pretty sure I've guaranteed that revolution is impossible. So even if Garrick takes the other British Empire shit,
There are 2
I
Qing
refuse
forces.
to agree. What?
There are 2 Qing forces, so I don't know how
As
we
long
would.
as they don't take things out, they wouldn't increase the outrage though. It
They don't have police on them.
If it's tied,
Yeah, no, I mean, I have 2 British forces shit, so even if you had 2, I could just refuse to allow anything. We'd be tied, so we'd have to agree. So
Right, but I'm not convinced it's going to happen anyway because there's 2 Qing forces with no police action.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, but people could just
Oh.
engineer that these don't get. As long as
Well,
nobody takes these, then a war could happen.
if they don't have the police action, then they can't take things off, right?
Correct.
Is that how that
And they
works?
do not raise outrage. They only raise the Qing force check.
Okay.
Yeah, but if there's an opium war, we can open this port, and then we could open this port.
It's the final
which would
round.
Move 2 dice, which would.
Yeah.
But also, as long
So that's
as
what I'm trying
you
to
put
prevent.
out outrage and the Qing forces will be exactly the same.
Yeah,
tied,
but if,
so we won't have a war.
Drew's basically
Yes.
saying if we all don't do that, then he could engineer a war.
well, no, I
Or
don't
prevent
want to
a war.
engineer.
Yeah.
I want to prevent a war. So being fairly certain that a war cannot happen and revolution therefore cannot happen, I will pass.
Yeah.
And I will spend 3 to boost my notable scion to 7.
Yeah, if I had a single more revenue, I would have just done that on
I
my
was
turn.
gonna say, at the very beginning, I was like, "Shit, can Garrick outbid me?"
I can't.
And
I was
he can't by
one short, so I'm forced to play the game and lose.
Yeah, same. Well, I don't know what to do now because
I mean, I'm the only one who has no prizes, so.
I'm so upset about this.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
the game. I think that ends the game.
I agree. I think the game is over.
There's no way for anyone to outbid me on the London season, and I'm already ahead of everyone a little bit.
And
Fair.
you're in, and Drew is in control of the Opium War if there is one.
Which I still don't.
Which still wouldn't happen. Yeah.
Well, I
guess
was
unless
slightly
nobody does
worried that,
anything.
I was slightly worried that all of you collaborate to just never take any of the bureaucrats, and also it's expensive to take the bureaucrats, so people are not incentivized. Because I just passed.
Mhm.
So, like, now someone spends one to take this, and then you could force a war because no one's going to grab these two.
True.
But it doesn't matter because I have enough British influence to prevent
Yeah.
war from
Yeah, you can just
accomplishing
agree not to do anything. Or just agree to do anything, or,
So, yeah, I think that's game. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to actually play out your rounds.
No,
Let's see if I can get a prize. But no, we can call it.
I do think
At
that's
least a
it.
few of you saw the prize that I saw, and
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the game is over because nobody could beat Drew to the London season at 7.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
I'm guaranteed to pick up the highest one, whatever it may be. Cough, cough.
it better not be the Noble Heiress.
It might be the Noble Heiress.
Well, okay, so there
I just thought it would be really funny if I managed to score the Noble Heiress.
How many?
with your good bad marriage.
Yes,
I love
I
it.
just needed one more revenue.
You needed
drop.
one more revenue.
I
Both you and
done it
Garrick needed one more revenue. Yep, I know.
Yeah.
Going into this turn, I was like, "Oh, this is weird. I'm just not going to play it all this turn because no one else can outbid me, and I'm just going to pass as soon as possible."
Which I was waiting for. I was kind of like, if he passes immediately, then that tells me that he saw either the peerage or the Noble Heiress, and that the game is over.
Yeah,
And then you didn't do it immediately.
I
And I was
did.
like, oh, maybe not.
yeah, I did because if I had passed immediately, then you could have engineered a war and then won.
Well, and it's
With
funny.
the
Like,
most hits
I
on the
can
board.
totally see if I had been able to follow that route to the to the war, I would have tried to make that happen because I could have won.
Yep.
That's really funny.
Well, shall we check what the prizes are?
Yeah, let's flip them.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's so funny.
Noble Heiress.
Ooh, and the city residents, and another
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah, that's
The
what I saw.
gambling
The
bets.
gambling, I saw the gambling bet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
My kid over, so you're like, oh, it's the one that got away.
He says after 2 marriages.
Yeah.
She was the one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Geez, Dad, why did you send your product to the province without a missionary? Don't you know how spreading the good word works?
Man, that was
talk again.
that was wild at 5-player though. That was
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. That was great.
Yeah, so I didn't want to say when we started, but my feeling after last night and then now is that I feel like 5 is the best player count for the game.
I agree.
I would agree with that.
I actually was about to say,
And-
I'm wondering if 4 isn't better because it strikes me that what just happened might happen kind of often, which means it's basically a 2-player or a 2-turn game, and then whoever wins just wins immediately, and the fourth turn or the third turn, I guess, does it matter at all?
I mean, there was a chance that like
I
there
guess
was
if these
other
could come out
things.
any
I don't know.
differently, then
Yeah, the conspiracies could have been different.
The conspiracies and the prizes really do change every play, I feel like.
And I know I made a
Really
huge
make
mistake
calculations on that.
in what was it the first round or the second round where I made a huge mistake that would have like totally shifted my dynamic compared to, you and John.
What was it? What did you do?
Well, when I took a hat instead of a fleet because you were going to give me one thing, so I could have contested John's fleet and undercut him and gotten a bunch of revenue.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, last turn yeah, that's true. You would have had that one extra revenue that you would have needed.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, probably more than that.
Or
you might have been
Probably more than that, because I would have been undercutting his stuff in addition.
Yeah, I was going to say you would have undercut both ships, which means good money.
Yeah, so like that was a huge mistake on my part. And that
You might have been the one to pass first. and
Yeah.
Take that free. Although, I guess, yeah, still, you would have been way more competitive. You might have actually been able to pull it out. So,
And also that crucial moment for me when I was like futzing with either getting another opium or just sending my scion,
Yeah.
and my gut said send your scion.
Yep, that would have been huge for you.
But I think that whole but also I think that idea of the last turn being a slight wash is something that I've seen happen multiple times at 4 as well.
oh, really? Okay. I haven't seen that yet.
Not like a
I guess that
bunch.
makes sense. I could
Not
see
like a bunch, but it's
possibility.
basically it's what will happen if like one player gets too flush at the end of a decade,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they go into the next decade, and it's just that one player who's still pretty flush.
And I know we've seen that.
And just really quickly, and at least 1-3 hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
by the last turn, by
exactly.
that time.
Yeah.
So it can happen, but
It is unfortunate in 4-player that you can just math out the contents of the prizes on the last turn. Like, I wish there were 2 more prizes in the bag just to prevent that from happening.
I know there's a fan expansion on BGG that adds a couple more prizes to prevent
Very
that.
nice.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I used to not like that, but I feel like it's wrong for me.
Yeah,
My
will
previous
say-
feelings about that are wrong.
I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I definitely do after playing this a few times. I remember reading up on it, like before I'd played Infamous Traffic, and I was like, no, I'm sure it's better like the way it is. And no, I definitely would want to have that noise going into even the final scoring round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I will.
so I've played with people who. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lily.
I was just saying, I really do like the 5-player count, just also for the industry leaders. I think
Yes.
that's where 4. I'm not a huge fan of it because it's like, okay, one person gets targeted and the other 2 just get to like walk away.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
at
that's
least in
definitely
this
got a weird
game,
dynamic.
at least with 5, like it kind of balances a little bit more.
Like I almost want a 6-player version of this game just for this reason.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
It also seemed like it went fairly quickly because a lot of times a 5-player game is longer than a 4-player game, but because you have one fewer round,
Yeah.
I think
balances
that it
really
actually, it doesn't feel like a slog like John Company.
And I think that helps the game a lot, just cutting off a round.
Yeah.
Because what I was going to say before was that every time we played this a 3-player, we had just like a breakaway leader at round 3 and the game was over. So,
That's true.
Mhm.
so I think it may just be a 3-round game.
Yeah,
Fair.
I guess
That's
that's a
fair,
good point.
yeah.
I almost wonder if this is either a 3 or a 5-player game.
Right.
Because now that Lily mentions it, like not only is there only competition for market leader from one person, so like, but like whoever goes last is like basically screwed from the beginning, or they're at least way, way, way behind by having
It's not
to
a
compete
good
with somebody.
position to be in.
It's not a good position to be in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 2 people just get their market leader very securely for the rest of the game, and then one person gets an edge, but some competition, and then the 4th person is like, behind the pack all the time, like right off the bat.
No, I definitely think this is best at 5. I know you're more hot on the 3-player than I am. I think 5 is far and away the best player count here.
Oh, I totally agree that 5 is way better than. But I almost, I'm trying to decide. I guess we need to play it more, but I almost think that I would rather play 3 than 4, and I definitely would rather play 5 more. I think. Like, it almost feels like I'd rather just play some other game at 4-player. Like, this feels like a 3 or a 5-player game, maybe.
I definitely want to play 4-player again
Interesting.
before I make that judgment, because I recognize the issues you're raising with 4-player, but I still think I had more fun with the dynamism it at least had, as opposed to 3-player, which
As opposed to 3, where
is
everyone's just kind of
yeah.
static.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what Lily brings up and what you guys are bringing up, like this is one of the main reasons I like it at 5 is that there's a lot more noise going on here.
Mhm.
And it's one of the main reasons why I don't why I grew to not enjoy it at 3 is because it just felt like one of the 3 players, they would always kind of get guardrailed into having to make certain moves
That's
by the time
fair.
it would get to them.
Yeah, I mean,
But
players, you're like,
there's more
okay,
noise
opium
there.
and sips are gone already, so.
Right, so
I
now I'm
wonder
going to have to
though-
like 2-step the merchants or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. I wonder, though, if it just makes sense to contest someone in 3-player. Like, leave the merchant
Yeah.
and try and complete chains with bureaucrats. And then just, like, make sure that nobody is the marketer.
I think the biggest
wonder if there's,
issue
like,
is
some
Well, and
high-level
something-
play there.
I think the biggest issue is you have to choose one, and then the other person can just be like, all right, I'll go into the one that they didn't pick.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
if
Well,
player C contests
and
player
another
A,
thing about-
player A contests
Oh,
B, then I don't know. Like, you could just, the table could sort of like commit to policing their left-hand player, essentially.
But isn't it just easier to take the one that's left than to try to create that policing?
It's easier, but I feel like as the third player, you're kind of incentivized to like turn over the apple cart a little bit at 3.
I think the
Because otherwise
biggest
you're going to get stuck
Yeah.
with the least desirable of the 3 industries.
Well, I think the
Whatever
issue with
happens
that,
to be
Drew,
the board
is that's dependent on the third one remaining being merchants, so that you can do it with bureaucrats and smugglers, and then even setting aside the fact that that's RNG dependent on whether those come out. From what we've talked about, we think that opium is the weakest of the 3 industries. So
Yeah, that's a good point, and that still remains my soft opinion about the 3, but I have yet to see a game where merchants were not picked last on the first round. I don't know why that is.
I also
maybe
don't know why
it's
that
just
is,
random.
because I would definitely.
But-
Why they were not what?
Picked last.
Oh, picked last.
Like, somebody always invests in opium pretty quickly. And so I feel like I have this idea in my head that opium is the worst of the 3 options if you're going to pick one. But so far that hasn't like borne out in actual play. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong.
Well, I will say that except for the 5-player game, the merchant is not the obvious pick. But in a 5-player game, because a region starts open, I was kind of surprised that more people didn't jump on merchants at
Yeah.
first, but a couple people did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went last and I was shocked that merchants got around to me for that exact reason, because you don't need
Yeah.
special envoys to make chains right off the bat in the open region. So merchants
Yeah.
feel really strong in 5-player.
yeah.
Actually, I guess maybe
one
that's the
other-
answer. In 3-player, you have to get a special envoy in order to play merchants.
Yeah.
People are hesitant to do it, perhaps.
I mean,
really quickly.
Sure, yeah.
Really quickly, I think the other thing that's important in 3-player is the circles. Whoever is the first to grab a circle can be either winning out or losing out, and that's another big thing I think in 3-player.
Hmm.
Because like if you're the first person to put like a black chit down, for instance, well, cool, like you just added demand and maybe opportunity to your region, but you weren't the first to put your chit there. So you're just like a
Right.
turn behind the other 2 players.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know though. I feel like I would like to try it again at 3 with experienced players because that was another thing. I wasn't playing with people who knew how to play it very well. We were all kind of like learning it.
Mm.
So I would try it again, and I wonder if it would be better with people who knew what they were doing.
So not me.
But I do really.
No, Lily, you're the expert
No,
here.
no. What are you talking about? Like, I mean,
No,
the other thing too, Lily, is that like things got to a point between you and me where I had to keep going with opium. Actually, so you definitely can put pressure on another player, even at 5. Because there was and it was another reason why I was futzing around with this thing is because I was like, well, if I on the other hand, if I don't grab this opium now, then I will be at risk for losing my leadership, and she can just go in and undersell me everywhere. So the pressure was on me, even if you didn't feel like you could catch up. Sometimes catching up with the leadership is not what's important; it's breaking it.
Yeah, that's very fair.
And there were a couple of moments where I was really worried that you were going to break it. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what this thing is where you say you don't know what you're doing, but I see through it.
That was a lot of fun, though. I really enjoyed that. And just when I was sort of feeling a little down on this game, not like disliking it, but just feeling a little done with it. But 5-player is the answer.
Same. Same. Like, I do love this. I wasn't quite done with it, but I was kind of like, I don't know if there's too much more to see. Like, I couldn't see the ways in which 5-player would be different, and it's different in all the important ways.
Yeah, 100%.
More friends equals better.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so
Yep.
much for
Thanks for
coming.
joining us.
Always welcome.
Yes, like I said, it's a ton of fun. I will go ahead and shut down the stream now. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm surprised how many of you stuck around. It was appreciated. Do we have anything scheduled right now? I don't think we do. It's a light week, apparently. We might have streams.
Next week is Whirly
I know.
Wednesday, and that happens every Wednesday.
You're right.
So
I
something
should
is happening next Wednesday.
do that. And next Wednesday is definitely John Company 2nd edition, Drew. It's happening.
Is it yet?
Yes.
Is it yet?
You're not going to bully me out of it this time. It's going to happen.
Is it yet?
Well,
But
I don't
we-
know if
don't
it's
we
going to
need
be
to-
streamed here, but also I probably will be streaming Spirit Island on Saturday if Garrick is.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Either you
Everyone
or
wants
I
to
will be
see
streaming
John
that.
Company. It seems like.
Yeah, they like new things, and it's coming up. So
And
Look,
they,
John Company is probably my favorite Cool Whirly game, but it's so not done yet.
the rules are stable-ish. What more do you want?
Stable-ish.
What more do you want than stable-ish rules? Come on.
Oh, MJ, have you been in the hot playtesting phase for Joko at all? You've been- on that.
I was. I have things to say, but we're live.
All right. I will take us offline because I want to hear this at least. Thank you everyone for watching. You'll see us next week and maybe in between. Have a good one. Thank you.